Hi, this is Shannon with NinjaTrader. In this video, we're going to walk through the 4 pillars of risk management in futures trading: margin, leverage, stop-loss orders, and position sizing, and see how they work together to support more consistent decision-making. If you're new to futures, here's a nugget of truth. Before you focus on strategy, you need to focus on risk. Futures markets have a lot of moving pieces. They involve margin, they involve leverage, they move quickly, and they can amplify both opportunity and risk. And here's another nugget. Strong futures trading, risk management, isn't about being conservative. It's about being structured. Futures are leveraged products. That means you can control a large contract value with a relatively small amount of capital. That's powerful. But without structure, it can also be dangerous, since increasing leverage increases risk. Traders who skip risk planning often overexpose their account, oversize positions, move stops emotionally, and underestimate volatility. These behaviors usually don't show up on the first trade. They show up after a streak, when confidence or frustration takes over. In futures trading, survival comes before performance. Capital preservation gives you staying power, and staying power gives you experience, which builds consistency. Before placing trades, you need to understand margin and leverage. One of the basic elements, margin, is not a fee. It's a good faith deposit, the capital required to open and maintain a position. You'll typically see 2 types. Initial margin is what's required to open a position. Maintenance margin is the minimum equity required to keep it open. Margin isn't a cost, it's collateral. Due to leverage, gains and losses are magnified, and it's possible to lose more than the initial margin. Understanding that distinction can help you think clearly about exposure instead of assuming margin equals risk. Leverage allows you to control the full contract value with a fraction of that capital. For example, a contract may control $100,000 of notional value, while the margin required might be $5,000. That difference is leverage. Understanding margin and leverage together can help you see the full picture of exposure before you enter a trade. One of the most important tools in futures trading risk management is the stop-loss order. Stop-loss orders allow you to define risk before entering, automate exits, and remove emotion from decision-making. Keep in mind, stops shouldn't be random, they should be structured. Common approaches include placing stops beyond support or resistance, outside value areas, beyond recent swing highs or lows, or based on volatility measurements. Each of these methods ties risk to market structure, not emotion. The real question is simple: where is my trade idea invalidated? If price reaches that point, the premise is wrong and capital protection takes priority. Stops aren't about being pessimistic, they're about being prepared. Position sizing is where discipline becomes math. Before entering a trade, calculate your account size, the percent of account risk per trade, your stop distance in ticks, and the tick value of the contract. Here's one example of how position sizing can be calculated. With a $20,000 account, risking 1% per trade means a maximum risk of $200. With a 10-tick stop and $5 per tick, that works out to 4 contracts. Position sizing connects your stop placement to your account, ensuring no single trade carries outsized impact. Position size should be a calculation, not a reaction. With all that said, even traders who understand risk can fall into patterns that undermine it. Watch for risking inconsistent percentages per trade, increasing size after losses, moving stops further away, ignoring margin requirements, trading too many correlated positions, and overlooking commission and fee impact. Each of these behaviors increases variability, and variability increases drawdowns. Costs matter too. Commissions and fees affect your break-even point and should be factored into your planning. Risk management isn't just about big losses. It's about reducing small, repeated inefficiencies that compound over time. A sustainable risk management plan is structured, not improvised. It should include, at the very least, these 5 elements. First, defined risk per trade, a fixed percentage of your account with a pre-calculated position size, ensuring consistency from trade to trade. Second, a maximum daily loss, a clear cutoff point where you stop trading once it's reached, protecting you from emotional spirals. Third, margin awareness, avoiding over-leveraging and maintaining a cushion above maintenance margin to reduce the risk of forced liquidations. Fourth, structured stop placement based on market structure and never moved emotionally, which helps keep your decision-making objective. And fifth, periodic review, tracking drawdowns, monitoring average risk, and adjusting size only with data. When combined, these elements can help create a framework that helps protect capital while allowing growth. So, if you're getting started trading futures, remember, margin gives you access, leverage gives you exposure, stops define your downsize, and position size determines impact. Good risk management doesn't limit growth, it makes it sustainable. Master these fundamentals, and you shift from reacting to market moves to managing them with intention.